These next questions all have to do with poker. Poker is a card game played from a deck of 52 cards. How many different 5-card poker hands are possible? So again, these are combination questions because if you have 5 cards in your hand, it doesn't matter if they're like ace 2 3 4 5 or 2 3 ace 5 4. The order in which you have them in your hand doesn't matter. So how many different 5-card hands are possible? This would just be 52, choose, oh journal, 52, choose 5. I'll evaluate these in a second. What about how many of the hands will be all diamonds? For this question, you have to think about how many of the cards are diamonds in the first place. So in a deck of 52 cards, there are 4 suits, and each suit is made up of 13 cards, or ace through king. So that tells us that there are 13 diamonds, 13 hearts, 13 clubs, 13 spades. So if we want to know how many hands are all diamonds, this will be 13, and we are choosing 5 cards. This gives us 1,287, and also have the answer to A now is 2,598,960. There we go. Okay. For part C, it says, in how many of the hands will there be 4 black cards and 1 red card? So for this, I need to know how many black cards there are. So in a deck of cards, there are 13 clubs and 13 spades that are black, and there are 13 diamonds and 13 hearts that are red. So in total, there are 26 black cards and 26 red cards. So this means I am choosing, of the 26 black cards, I'm choosing 4, and, so multiply, I need 1 card chosen from 26 reds. That gives 388,700. And D, how many of the hands will there be 3 kings and 2 queens? So now I need to think, how many kings are there? Well, there's 1 from each suit, so there's 4 kings and 4 queens. In fact, there's 4 of every type of card in a deck. So from the 4 kings, I would like to choose 3, and from the 4 queens, I'm choosing 2. If you evaluate, this gives 24. In how many of the hands will there be 3 kings? So for this question, it doesn't say 3 kings or 4 kings. It says exactly 3 kings. So that means I am choosing 3 kings from 4 possible kings. Uh-oh. Oh dear. So this is the number of kings in a deck. And now I need 1 card that's not a king. So if there are 52 cards in a deck and 4 of them are kings, that leaves us with 48 that are not kings. So from the 48 that are not kings, I need to choose the remaining 2 cards. Oh my goodness. There we go. So this gives us a total of 5 cards in our hand, where 4 came from kings and 2 are not kings. Oh, what happened to not? There we go. Next one. In how many of the hands will there be 4 aces? So how many aces are there in a deck? There are 4, 1 from each suit. So from those 4 aces, I want all 4. So this is the number of aces. And then from the remaining 48 cards that are not aces, from the remaining 48, I want one more card to give me a 5-card hand. So these 48 here are not aces. So this gives me my 5-card hand. And if I evaluate, I get 48. Whoops, I think I forgot to evaluate E. And it's smeared anyhow. Let's leave it as you try. Okay, one last one. In how many of the hands will there be 5 cards of the same suit? So this is an interesting scenario because this can happen in a variety of ways. I can either have 5 all hearts, or I could have 5 diamonds, or 5 spades, or I could have 5 clubs. So in how many ways can I have 5 hearts? Well, there are 13, remember, and I want to choose all 5. Or, if you remember from the earlier video, or is plus, or 13, choose 5, so 5 diamonds from 13, or I could choose 5 spades from 13, or I could choose 5 clubs from 13. Or you could shortcut altogether and say this could happen 13 choose 5 times 4. So this is the same thing as this.